You know how some people they have smegma, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to me, and I had to clean it up.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, this is a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
Well, it's a special Panic Fest episode, and this is Chris. Sorry.
I'll get to that after the introduction, sir. Sir, you introduced the podcast and you introduced him. Do you want to start this all over again, buddy?
No,
did you forget?
We're good.
Did you forget how it worked?
Yeah, let's get this fun. I'm Chris.
All right, boy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We'll go again. Welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today is another big Panic Fest 2024 episode. This time we will be talking about the long form shorts. Now, what is a long form short? Well, it's not what's in Chris's pants.
No,
that's not what it is.
No, that's just a long form.
No, that's a form short.
Hey,
anyway, but anyway, Chris, explain to them what a long form short is.
Well, long form short is not exactly. It's generally closer to 20 minutes. Most shorts they run 10 and under. But a long form short is going to be above. It's going to be above 10 minutes generally.
So a long form short is basically a sitcom without commercials.
Exactly. Perfect. Good way to put it. Yeah.
Because that's the length of a.
Yeah.
Because a sitcom, if you go watch Big Bang Theory, Seinfeld, those shows are only like 18 minutes, 19 minutes long. Yeah. Maybe 20 minutes, but usually the more popular the show is, the shorter amount of time the show is actually going because it's how many commercials they try to.
I just want to get in there. Yeah. They're like just people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
do you want to buy Coke? Do you want to buy Pepsi? Do you want to buy Coke and Pepsi? Do you want Doritos? Do you want Cheetos? Do you want
But yeah, they had one that block of these on the virtual fest, Panic Fest, and ones that I saw in person. And
nice. So everybody that's listening, if you haven't listened to our Panic Fest episodes before, let us explain to you what Panic Film Fest is. Panic Fest is this wonderful horror movie festival, horror sci-fi, basically independent filmmakers that goes on at the Screenland Armor right in North Kansas City, right across the river from downtown. It is one of the most beautiful theaters in the world. Me and Chris have ourselves been in this theater many a times, and it is one of the best put together festivals for film that I've known of. Chris,
there I am.
Chris goes all the time. I did not get the chance because one, I went to WrestleMania and I had COVID when I came back, and then on that now I can't even leave I can barely walk around. I don't know what's going on with this year, bro. What is going on with this year? The last year and a half, I have gotten COVID two times. I've broken my arm. I have super sprained my knee. I got COVID when I got back. It's literally, my body is just saying, dude, you're done. We're just gonna put a whole new round. Just jump into it, Neil. You're done. You're over. But Panic Film Festival, guys, you can go for people that are watching right now. I'll even share a screen with you really quick. It is Panic Film Festival still has a live active website that you can go to called panicfilmfest.com. You can look over all the information there on all these movies that we talk about. You go to virtual land where you can go around. You can look at the schedule. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. But there's a film guide that literally tells you all the movies that were located at the film festival, and the shorts, the longs, all the above. And if there is a link for the ones that you want to watch, they will have a direct link for you to go watch them. This is one of the festivals that just It's loaded. It has, what is it, 155 movies?
Yeah.
Is that what the guy said?
That's what Tim. That's what Tim
100
said. That's what Tim Cannon said. So yeah, you guys, we hope to see Panic Fest 2025, and we'll all be there.
Somebody just asked if we want a hot chocolate. We will take a hot chocolate. Sure. Did you see this?
What the fuck is that? Who is that?
I don't know. The heck if I know, bro.
Not really.
Why do I got to know everybody?
No.
Sure, I'll take a hot chocolate. I like hot chocolates, and I cannot lie. You other bros can't deny.
But yeah.
No.
When Mother walks in with baby face. Yeah.
All right, Chris. Tell us what's the first movie the first long form short from Panic Fest 2024 that we are going to talk about today.
Let's talk about Red Iron Road. Let's do that one. Red Iron Road in the Heat. It is directed and written and all that. I fucking closed it out. How'd I do that?
Good job, Chris. Chris is on top of it today.
I'm
Just want
having
you guys
a
all to
weird
know.
fucking day, dude. Not that weird. But
We're all weird. We're all weird, dude. Like literally, our whole lives are weird. We're just weird people.
Directed by Sam Cho. The screenwriter was Ellery Van der Vert, and the cast, the voice of Michael Dobson, Giles Panton, and Ellen Ray Hennessy. This is a really fucked up weird short film. Neil, let's read the story for this.
Here's the storyline, and I think the storyline is about as long as the short is itself. When a bruised and battered man claiming to be Santa Claus is arrested for the murder of a child, the interrogating officers uncover a story more bizarre and horrific than expected. A violent Christmas rivalry between the forces of good and evil, where the outcome hinges on a promise made decades ago. The award-winning duo of Sam Cho and you say that name, Ellery Van Duerwee? Is that how you say that?
I think so. That works.
All right. Team up again for another animated thriller, this time diving into the turbulent origins of old Father Frost himself in the Heat, adapted from a 2008 short story by the queen of Russian horror herself, Anna Starr-Bennett.
All right, so this is 17 minutes long. It's animated. All of it's animated.
Yes. And it is like most of it takes place in a what do you call those? Interrogation room. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word right then and there.
I could have swore that Bill Burr was in this because that dude sounds just like him.
Oh my god, I know. This movie or this short was hilariously fucked up. Yeah. Is the best way to say it, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a Christmas short just because Santa Claus in it. I don't think this took place during Christmas, man.
No. Do not show this one to the kiddos. This is not one. This is not one for the kiddos to be like be watching this one. Mm-hmm. This is 18 and up.
But
we'll go 18 and up.
It is funny though. This is very funny.
It is funny, gory, and the twist. I love when it gives a good twist.
Yeah, there's a good twist in this.
And there's a good twist in this one that literally just knocks it out of the park. Now, I went and watched actually some of the other Red Iron Road shorts from the past because of this, and there are several, if I remember correctly. I don't know why I didn't have this loaded up before I came on here, but there are several that I actually watched. The Family of the Verloc, the Forest King. I watched that one. The Rat Catcher's Daughter, The Undertaker, which was about a gloomy silent man doesn't have many friends. He decides to throw a party, invites his deceased friends. You can go find. Oh my gosh. Most of their stuff you can find on an app which is called Plex, Plex. Yep.
Okay.
Plex.
Okay.
And that's where I found it, and I found a couple of these episodes and stuff. So the Red Iron series is not just this amazing one with Santa Claus. The best way to think of this is it's like Death and Robots?
Death and Robots.
Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
Something like that, or kind of like I don't want to say Robot Chicken, but because that's the only thing I can think of that's animated and it's random shit. Yeah. But it's like a Black Mirror, but animated. It's like a Twilight Zone, but animated. It's like literally.
It's not quite as
different. Weird.
It's not quite as mind bending as that to me. That this was a fun short, but of the shorts we saw, this is one the least like that I would do it. But I do like that. I did like this one. Of the three, it's probably the funniest that we talked about today.
Yeah.
But
and it just I just loved it. I don't even know how to say. I wanted to put my Christmas tree up after.
So Neil, talking about this, I guess what's your score on this? I guess we'll just get right into it.
You know what? I'll give this a 4.3, man. I loved it. I've watched it like 5 times. Like since I mean it's only like 20 minutes and I wanted to make sure my mind was good. So I actually just rewatched it like an hour ago.
Yeah, I did too.
So
I'm a little bit lower than you, probably 4 out of 5, but it's a really fun, well done short. It's well done. Like I mean, like when it comes to, I mean, it looks like there was money in it. I guess that's the way I put it, because it seems like it's a good place. Yeah, it's a good little short, you know?
It's a great little short, and it's a good way to just make you say, hey, this day is awesome, and I love you. No, but yeah, it is a good short. It's a good thing to look out for. Literally, go look for the series if you can. If you ever come across Red Iron Road, watch them. They are cool, mysterious. There's some of them are funny. Some of them just so dark that you're just like, what the fuck? But it goes real. It's like Addams Family. I'll go like Addams Family.
That's a really good one.
It's where it's dark and maniacal, and if you actually pay attention to what they're saying, it's a little more fucked up than you think it is.
But it's also fun. I mean, it's
all about fun. It's all about fun. All right, Chris, what's the next one we're going to be talking about today?
Let's do Juggernaut. Let's talk about Juggernaut.
No, let's not go that direction. Let's go the other direction.
Monstrum Opus. All right.
There you go.
We're talking Monstrum Opus. That's directed by Nao P. Kwan, written by Nao P. Kwan. It's 19 minutes long. Neil wants to read the storyline for Monstrum Opus.
Oh, man, I don't know. This one's a hard one.
Yeah.
A real zombie virus strikes on the set of a low-budget zombie film. All right. All right. Do you want to give your appearance on this first,
yes,
or do you want me to go?
I'll go.
Okay. How about you go first? You go first on this one.
All right, dude. So it starts out with a filmmaker. He's trying to make a zombie movie, and they can't find the zombie, right? And
he can't find the makeup person
with the zombie.
The makeup person. It is not doing a good job making them look like zombies.
No, but they can't find them, right? But
yeah.
And that's how it starts out, sort of. But it deals into the mind of a filmmaker who's obsessed. I guess it has something to do. It has like commentary, I guess, on COVID in my mind. Like it's like commentary on that, and it's parts of it are funny, parts of it are boring as fuck, and parts of it are just straight up weird. But I liked it. Monstrum Opus. Like I think I liked this one. It's just I think it was a little too long.
I am now going to be the opposite of everything he just said and completely tear this one apart. All right. So if you are trying to prove to me that the guy is a real zombie, after you're mad about the people that have the bad zombie makeup, maybe the makeup needs to be better than the bad zombie makeup. And believe me, I know all about bad zombie makeup. I had some at my wedding.
I was there.
We're not gonna talk. That guy did not. They did not understand what the job was. Anyway, that said, they didn't make it really that clear what exactly was going on for a minute, and it was kind of
the storyline was a little like you're like what? There's a bunch of that like what's going on like.
So that one with the better makeup, just a little bit of better makeup. Oh, is he supposed to be a real zombie? Is there a zombie apocalypse going on?
Yeah,
like I don't know. I was a little weirded. I don't know, man. I love the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea. I just don't think it came together well.
So
and I watched this 2 or 3 times to make sure that I'm not being a dick about it. You know, I'm like, I made sure I watched it, and I'm not trying to be an ass, but it just didn't like. It was just like, eh.
So if you want to watch a movie that really does a person making a zombie movie the best, it's One Cut of the Dead. That's the best fucking zombie movie I think of. It's one of them. One Cut of the Dead, where we talked about that on the podcast probably a couple of years ago. It's Japanese. Yeah, and So I don't know if Monstrum Opus got any ideas from that. It probably didn't, but it didn't come together the way that I felt like it should have. I mean, like it could have been 5 minutes shorter, possibly.
No, I don't care if it was longer or shorter. I don't care about that. They just needed a little more. They needed a little more substance. They just needed a little more substance in there. Yeah. If they did something that just, I don't know. It just needed a little more oomph. And maybe a little more terrifying that the guy is a real life zombie and not a fake zombie. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but it just needed a little oomph.
And it didn't hit it didn't scratch your zombie itch, huh?
Yes, by any means. Sorry. A good buddy of mine, Jason, just says 28 says later, I'm guessing days later, is the clear all-time zombie winner. What do you think about that?
It's not a problem. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, 20 days later.
I don't know, man. I mean, Warm Bodies.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I was
like Neil's.
What Return of the Living Dead was it where the guy hits the sign and he looks like he's Michael Jackson he's in the Michael Jackson's trilogy. Wasn't that Return of the Living Dead 3? Yeah, that one. No,
Jason McCall. Jason, come on, dude.
Jason's the nice guy that he's with me in a lot of photos. Not Warm Bodies. Everybody, Jason right here says, not Warm Bodies. We are not talking Warm Bodies.
But 20 days later is great, but this is not as near as good as that.
This movie is not. This long form short is not 28 days later. I can't wait for 28 years later. All the announcements that are coming up. Oh man, we just talked about that on our last episode of the podcast, which was what was the movies that we did on the last one was. You're supposed to know all this stuff. You're my producer, to know it too,
dude. But like everyone asks me, like, what did you talk about? I'm like, fuck, because we won't. Dude,
we just did like 10 episodes in the last. Well, we did 5 episodes in the last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Driveway Dolls and Civil War.
Yeah, Driveway Dolls and Civil Doors. We just talked about that. But yeah, on the new segment. Remember, there's a new segment every time. Yeah. But okay, Chris, what's your rating on Not Warm Bodies?
3.3 maybe.
Yeah, I can't even give it that. I gotta give it lower than that. I gotta give it like a 2.8. Like okay. I love the idea of it, but man, it didn't come together for me, and I hate that I have to be judgmental on people like this. Why do you make me do this?
I'm sorry, Kyle.
Why do you make me be an asshole, Chris?
I don't make you be an asshole. This is
you know what's great? Remember that time, Neil, that you got drunk and you're an asshole to everybody? I'm going to make you do that every fucking week.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
That was the conversation. He's like, you got a good voice and you don't mind being an asshole. I'm going to put you on the microphone.
All right, man.
No. Lost what? What is it called? Lost what? No, it was called, name the name of the long form short again.
Monstrum Opus.
Monstrum Opus. It was at the Panic Film Festival. You can find it at pamfilmfest.com. Look under features that they had there. All right. Last but not least, the third long form short of the day, the last one that we have to cover.
Juggernaut.
Chris, what is the name?
Juggernaut. Directed by Daniele Ricci and Emanuele Ricci. Screenwriter Eugenio Krylov, Daniel Ricci, Emanuele Ricci. Stars Eugenio Krylov, Adriana Papana, and Nicola Ceretti. This is 20 minutes long, and it's from Italy, but that's fine because there's no language in it. Neil, once through this.
You're no language. What did you say?
Once through the story for Juggernaut.
No. I
see you guys later.
dare. That's the end of the podcast. We quit. All right. A fearless knight has embarked on a painful and exhausting journey to regain what he has lost.
Okay. So with this one, why don't you start this one?
Did this win awards? Did this win awards?
I don't think so.
Why did this not win awards? Because I'm
gorgeous.
telling you right now,
it's gorgeous.
This is the most gorgeous thing that we saw the entire festival. Nothing was as beautifully shot as this short.
Yeah, there is. It's better than it's better than some episodes of Game of Thrones when it comes to how beautiful it's shot. Like this movie's the best film stock, the best lighting, the best everything. It's a gorgeous movie, like 100%. And it was grimy, it was gross, it was cool. Like just the pacing of it was also good too.
Right, and it was. The thing about it is it reminds me of like a good dark it reminds me of a dark tragedy, like a good story, like a Greek mythology or Greek or Roman mythology stories, like the stories of like Jason and the Argonauts and stuff like that, where it's somebody that's going on something that it's a depressing. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This is a depressing adventure. This guy goes on this adventure that is just sad as hell. And it's only 20 minutes long. Yeah. But when it gets to the end and you see the reason why he went through the journey and everything like that, it's just kind of like, it's like, aw.
Yeah. And it's crazy how, I mean, it's gory. It gets gory. There's some parts where you're like, man, that's fucked up. And I do like how it reveals itself in a way that not spoon feed the answers, like when you get to the end, you're not like upset, right. Like you sort of understand and you see this guy just fucking killing himself on the way, dude. It's just, it's beautiful.
And the thing is, it's like so captivating and they don't even have to use words in it. Like it's one of those that it is just, it's short and it's a nice short that, it was just mammoth of a good dark. It is like a medieval dark fantasy realm thing. And I'm like, if you're like a geek like us, like me and Chris, if you don't know the story, we literally met playing D&D.
That's us.
We are geek. Obviously, I am a geek. I have it all here. I even have the player that I have the little action figure right about there where Tohapka is. And so to us, something that's this immersive, like it makes you just feel. It just made you feel like you're just like, oh, I'm in this. Like and like no words are used, and it is just all visually done. And how this didn't win like 120 different awards. I mean, if it didn't, I don't see it. Do they announce who won all the awards?
Well, I mean, it's definitely in the festival circuit right now. Like you want to see shorts, right. Like they'll come out in some form, but I don't know when they'll be wide released. But it's kind of hard though, a lot of times to see the shorts in without like actually being there. So that's why we want people to go to Film Fest to see shorts like this.
I see shorts like this all the time. I see your shorts all the time, and it's
Hell
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why you left them here.
You
need to come pick them up.
I'm wearing Back to the Future ones right now. But
like, I'm trying to see. I'm looking up everything about these guys right now. I'm trying to find out if they've won anything because this was like, I mean, even on IMDb, this has like, what does this have? This has a 7.2 out of 10. Like. This is a good movie. I don't see if they've won anything yet. Let's see. I know. This is great radio when somebody's
just searching for
saying
shit.
Anything.
Well, you're talking, and I'm like waiting for you to keep it down.
Best directors at Panic Fest.
Okay.
It won. Here we go. It won Best Fantasy Short Film at Film Quest 2023.
Yeah.
It won Best Directors at 2024. It's been selected winner of the Best Cinematography from Horror Hound Film
100%.
Festival and Best Production Design. So, I mean, it's winning. It's won some stuff, man.
And
Like, what else did it win at? Yeah, just Best Director by Daniel and
Emmanuel.
Amalia Emmanuel. Yeah, so they did win some stuff, and that's good.
Yeah.
Because this movie, like, if we don't see these guys again, I would be very shocked.
Yeah, because they got
I would be
something.
very shocked if these guys don't come around.
They have a talent and an eye for something beautiful. Me and Neil really like this movie or this short, and we hope that you guys get a chance to see it.
This is just beautifully done. This is like what was that movie we saw with Skarsgård? With Alexander Skarsgård, where Northman. The Northman. It kind of reminds me of that, but just as tragic. You know what I mean? It was like the tragedy and the deep heartedness of what that movie brought. This 20-minute short brought.
Yeah,
that's my best way to describe it. Chris, what do you give it?
Probably a 4.4 out of 5. It was that good to me.
Yeah, I'd put it like a 4.7. Like, literally, I love something that I love. I'm all about happy endings in movies. I am. All right. But when a movie can, at the end, just make me think a little and be like, okay, that's something a little different. That's a different path to go. And I'm okay with it, and I really embraced it. I'm gonna say that's just one. This is one of them that's just very great.
It's also moving. You know, like you don't really expect something like this to be moving, but it's definitely at the end. You're kind of in awe. I guess the best way to put this. And I really hope people get a chance to see Juggernaut from Italy. So, guys, if you guys want to see movies like these, which you should, go to Panic Fest next year, Panic Fest 2025, or also go back and check the alumni they had on the fest, which are available, because Panic Fest is the best genre fest in the country, for my money. So.
They do not pay us to say this.
No.
I just want you to know that right now. Believe me, no one has paid us anything ever for this podcast. Well, Chris paid me $20 once, but that was because I was drunk and I was like, I need a beer, and he was like, go get a beer. But anyway, but
I should tell people how they can find this, right? And they want
give me 1 second.
No?
1 second. All 1 second. Let me finish up my part.
Fuck, sorry, dude.
Get out of here.
Fuck, sorry, dude.
Why do you jump the gun all the time? I know where you live. Guys, just so you know, Panic Fest is one of the big festivals that go on every year. Me and Chris are always a big part of it. You can go there. You can meet directors, actors, stuff like that. You can go to some of the best movies and all of horror, thriller, cinema that is done by individual. It is a great festival, and it's right in the wonderful, beautiful city of Kansas City, just North Kansas City, right up north of downtown. It is a great time. It's always usually at the beginning of April, so if you get a chance, go there. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us, though.
You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on X MTS podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS podcast. We have Patreon. Patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. We're on Bonfire, such as movies that don't suck, and some they do. You'll find shirts with our names on it, our faces on it, some stuff Neil has made, separate of all that. I think it's one that says hookers and blow on it. But
yeah,
and then
old catchphrases.
You can find podcasts. You can find movies that don't suck and some they do. We're on YouTube too. We're also on Twitch. You probably watch us on X right now after watching us. And yeah, just guys, Panic Fest is the best horror fest. Neil's showing something about you held that up as
Simon, give us it up.
yeah, give us that up. Yeah, so go ahead and if you guys are listening to us on something else, go ahead and subscribe so you guys can just see our movies that we talk about all the time. These are but yeah, go back listen to the other Panic Fest episodes and just hang out with us, be our friends. We love you. You're the best. You're the best. You know.
Yeah, message us, talk to us. We like it. We like good people. Ask Jason. He's a good person. All right. Is that it? Oh, if you got a small business, let us know. We'll be more than happy to advertise you right here on our upcoming episodes of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do, free of charge. We just want to make sure that our thousands of listeners and followers go to your location as well, because me and Chris want to support. This Thursday, we have an upcoming episode, and it is of Monkey Man and Boy Kills the Universe.
And we Boy Kills World, and we have a special guest, Mark Radowich, on there.
Oh, Mark's going to be here. Oh,
no, you go, Mark.
That Mark guy from
W2mnet.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark's the best.
Mark guy has to be here.
When Mark comes on, there's a 10-minute aside about wrestling that I'm just sort of twiddling my thumbs for.
It happens, man. You know, that's just what happens when you got two people that talk a lot of wrestling and know a lot about wrestling. But Chris, let's get on out of here for this panic episode.
All right.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how hard you try to be on the good list or the naughty list every year, remember one guy who's never going to be on the good list, and that's Juggernaut, bitch. Have a good night.